The Youth Assembly of Nigeria Plateau State Chapter was established on three cardinal point agenda in the year 2011. What these three cardinal point agenda seek to achieve will be our focus on this episode of the program. I welcome you to your favorite parliamentary program, Young Parliamentarians, showing on NTA Parliament, Abuja. To shed more light on this, the current Speaker, Youth Assembly of Nigeria Plateau State Chapter, will be joining us after this timeout. I'm Joshua Okuchide, your host. To stay with us. Welcome back. As I mentioned before the break, our focus on this episode of the program is a three focal point in the agenda of the Youth Assembly of Nigeria Plateau State Chapter. To do justice to this, I have with me the Speaker of the Fourth Republic of the Youth Assembly of Nigeria Plateau State. He's also the newly appointed North Central Coordinator of the Arewa Youth Advocate for Peace and Unity Initiative. He's not a person, and Honorable Daniel Innocent DAZAN. You're welcome to the program, Mr. Speaker. And by the way, congratulations on your new appointment. Now, let's start from the background of the Youth Assembly of Plateau State. How did the set of Parliament emerged?
The Youth Assembly of Nigeria is a youth platform where youths come together with the initiative to groom themselves towards leadership in the legislative sector. Having affirmed that one of the critical aspects of our society, as far as government is concerned, is lawmaking. When we have qualitative laws, we're bound to have a successful and a robust society. So the initiative is to set up a structure where young people are groomed into parliamentary structure, lawmaking, advocacy, and grow in good morals to be able to take up the mantle of leadership when the clarion call and opportunity presents itself. The configuration of the assembly is that of a legislative structure, having a speaker and legislative titles, where we have the deputy speaker, majority leader, minority leader, and what have you. Its configuration, it has a national structure, ably led by Right Honorable Ambassador Famoyibo Nathaniel, the national speaker, and the ambassador representing Ikiti State. We have a board of trustees, and then we have 38 speakers across the federation, representing the 36th state, one representing the Federal Capital Territory, and a diaspora ambassador representing our youths who are beyond the borders and shores of our country.
Mr. Speaker, what are the peculiarities of this Fourth Republic compared to the previous ones? Simply put, what is your leadership style like?
Yes, the Youth Assembly of Nigeria is very unique in its visions, mission, and initiatives. One that sets to create an enabling ground for youth to thrive, to echo their voice before the government, and as well to break down and bring the government close to the youths. So the peculiarities per se is its uniqueness in trying to ensure that the youths gathered the needed strength, knowledge, and experience, as well expertise, while in their youthful days before assuming office. Because one of our major challenges in recent times is legislators get to office without having the experience and the wherewithal of what happens in parliament. So before they settles in, the time is half gone. So the vision is to see that young people have the strength to begin to contribute in their own little way, practically gaining insights and knowledge in lawmaking. Our representation is very strategic because gender sensitivity is given its place. We have an individual who is internally, who is having a physical challenge. That is, there's a place allotted for people with physical challenge. And we have structures from the national to state to local government and down to the world level. So the Youth Assembly has a structure down to the grassroots, ensuring that everybody has a stake to say in the assembly, that we may be able to echo collectively our voice, chant our plights, and then we echo a new sound of whatever we feel are the policies that should come to limelight to bring about the development we need.
Judging from your leadership style, as you said earlier, one can assume that some key figures in politics world over must have inspired you. I discovered one of such personalities is the transitional president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore. How is he your source of inspiration? Then, do you have some Nigerian political leaders you look up to?
I, being a young man, obsessed with making a meaning out of
Definitely, definitely.
my life and growing to enviable heights, have role models and
Okay.
icons in different phases of life. Being a Christian, I have religious mentors, and then in the public sector, I also have one or two persons who have contributed immensely to bringing me to where I am today. And one of such I wouldn't actually take for granted is Chief Samuel Tutapukat. He's been my boss for quite a while, and his humanitarian gestures has actually had a way of coiling me to always be obsessed about giving back to society, to humanity. But in recent time, I grew so obsessed and muchly in love with a young leader whom I so admire due to his charisma, transformative initiative, leadership strides, selfless commitment to ensuring that life gets better and public sector is being redefined. Talking about no other than Right Honorable Ambassador Chief Gabriel Kudeng Bernard, the one, the Speaker of Plateau State House of Assembly. Being a young man who understands what it means to be a youth and then an opportunity presents herself, he has not slept for a second to explore all options against all odds, to give back to humanity, outbreaking the records of all his predecessors. I give it to him as an accolade to be an icon for every young man who wants to go far, to look up to him, follow his paths, believing in himself that it's going to be alright. In that same list of mentors, I also look up to with admiration to Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso for redefining what Africa should actually be aiming at, taking power, transforming every sector of Burkina Faso to what it is today. I give him his credits and with so much admiration and respect, I throw him salutes. And I would say that if we as young people will look up to people who are selfless, dogged, and ready to make a change, Nigeria is on her way to get it better. And the list can go on and on and on.
The Youth Assembly of Nigeria, Plateau State, was founded on three cardinal point agenda. What are they and how have they impacted youth under your speakership?
Yes, every organization that thrives forward must be strategic in its vision and then setting them into mission. As the Speaker of the Youth Assembly, I emerged sometimes last year, and within a couple of months in office, we have been able to achieve few of our visions. But then, on a general scale, my visions as a speaker is cardinally structured into 3 points. Firstly, capacity building. As a young person, I understand some of the limitations of our passions towards achieving greatness and bringing impact to humanity. And we've been very strategic and intentional about it. And we cannot be able to get to the height of what we want to achieve if we are economically limited. Finance is strategic, it's very important to achieve any development. So, as a speaker, I had made it a point of duty that we would be intentional about building capacity to our youth. We're exploring all options available at our disposals to ensure that our youths grow financially liberated. Having gotten to this level, we could say that we will be able to transform society. And in one of our programs in this respect is an initiative we're currently running through, which is having an agricultural summit where we'll discuss and then explore all options in the field of agriculture to bring together development for our people. This we're doing to ensure that the youths have the strength to be able to stand tall in the midst of adversity, to be able to fend for themselves and even contribute to development of society. Going forward, we still intend to undergo digital trainings because the advancement of technology can never be shied away from, and a whole lot of other opportunities. So there's a whole lot we are channeling our strength to in terms of youth empowerment, capacity building, which is very strategic. And we want to give credit to our governor for being intentional in his commitment to see that we really achieve this. Also, we have another vision, which is peace building. Plateau State is a very blessed state. However, we have one great challenge, which is insecurity and peace. In the course of our administration, we are looking to explore all options to ensure that we build peace, to bring about a stable and sustainable peace in our society. This we have already started when we held and had a peace talk at Iftar, a moment where we sat with our brothers and sisters in the Muslim faith. We dined together, and then we chant a way forward in terms of peace, recognizing the reality that we are all one. And as sons and daughters of Plateau State, we must consciously sing this song to the ears of everyone, that we must accept ourselves, honor ourselves, value ourselves, regardless of our religions, which are not supposed to be a limitation. They are just a line that differentiate but not divide us. Therefore, in peace building, we've been strategic and we're intentional. As the heights of the tensions continue to arise in Plateau State, we're currently working on holding a peace and security summit where we'll bring security agencies to talk to the youths and let's actually have a one-on-one interaction. What are some of these challenges? Why is the incessant attacks here and there? Where do we come in as youths? What is our own place? How do we make it work? These are some of the initiatives we here in the Youth Assembly in Plateau State are actually championing. Last but not the least, we want to rewrite narrative. We cannot continue the way we are. Nigeria started better. In between the line, we lost it. But we deserve better. We have what it takes to live life better than we are living. The population of the poor in this country outnumbers by far what is expected, considering the deposit of natural resources spread across our nation. The economic downturn is something to lament on. Therefore, it is very, very timely that we begin to challenge status quo where necessary to ensure that we bring to limelight a change. And that change may not be gotten easy, but we want to redefine and rewrite narratives. These are the visions, three cardinal visions in which we are running in this current administration.
Time now to pause for some messages. Don't go away.
NTA Parliament is a dedicated 24-hour channel that broadcasts activities of the Nigerian Senate, Federal House of Representatives, and all the 36 state houses of assembly. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
If you're just joining us, the program is Young Parliamentarians showing on NTA Parliament, Abuja. And I've been speaking with the Speaker of the current Fourth Republic of the Youth Assembly of Nigeria, Plateau State Chapter, Honorable Daniel Innocent DAZAN. You can as well join the conversation on the platform showing on the screen. Now, how supportive has the Plateau State House of Assembly been to young parliamentarians? I guess the relationship with the Speaker, being one of the people you look up to, must have birthed something positive for your leadership, and by extension in addressing the basic needs of your constituents that you've earlier mentioned.
Let me start by giving credit to whom credit is due. To this note, I will want to pass a vote of confidence on His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Plateau State, for being youthful-minded in the course of his administration. He has really carried us along. We feel we belong in this government because 60% of his cabinet culminates to youths, having actually proven beyond reasonable doubt to be the ones who gave the vote that brought him to power. He has given us a voice. If you consider the list of persons in the running day-to-day administration of the state, you will get to understand, starting from the Speaker, being one of the most youngest Speaker in the whole of the country, in the history of time, at the age of 33, 34. Of course. He's already been a top citizen, and he has been doing well, and he has been having an open door policy to attend to the plight and needs of the youths. Going forward, his appointees as the governor has spoken. The likes of Hat Bankard, Samuel Dapiari of PEPSA, we have Kim Bott of and the likes of Ndaki Zito, and a whole lot of them, chunks of them who are in the cabinet. So we on the plateau as youths, we have a sense of belonging, and then the relationship has really been smooth. So we don't have a cause for alarm. All we need more is strategic synergy continuously on initiatives and ideas that will bring the development. And at the national, yes, Plateau has always been represented in every moment here and there. I myself, as a speaker, was sometimes last month in Abuja to represent the interests of the state in an international conference. So I would say, both at national and state and local, there has been an intercorrelation of relationships.
Is there any synergy with the Children Parliament in a quest to catch them young as potential successors? What of the National Assembly, international partners, and non-governmental organizations? Any collaboration?
The Youth Assembly is a very dynamic, is a very wide and versatile platform where every youth is co-opted. The moment you're ready to unite for the common purpose of growth of our society, why not? We have an open door policy where we operate and synergize with all youth platforms, both nationally, within the state, and even the Children Assembly. So we have a smooth running relationship collectively to ensure that every youth gains one or two opportunities available, and if there is none, we create. So the relationship has been that which is smooth, and then we understand that the number of youths are enormous. So one platform cannot actually convey us all to our destinations. Therefore, there are other youth sister organizations on the plateau in which we partner, and then we work hand in hand in synergy to ensure that plateau youths have the best.
From your observation, what are the major needs of your constituents? You've spoken a lot about policies and programs. Of course, you must have identified one or two challenges, their needs. What are these major, their basic needs?
There couldn't be any heavy and demanding challenge in Plateau State around the issue of insecurity and peace. With the heinous attacks here and there, many have been displaced, homeless, with nothing to feed, no means of livelihood, economically disbalanced. So if there is any matter of urgency, it should be to attend to the plights of those who are displaced from their homelands, from their homes, with nothing to feed, no clothing, no shelter. This is primarily. Going forward, the need for concerted effort towards peace building. It's strategic and it's more timely and primary than any other. So if there's any need, Plateau as a constituency needs is in the area of peace. We need peace because when we have peace, we have what it takes to grow to any enviable height. So far, so good. This is the major challenge we have.
Coming from your experience in youth parliament, do you see yourself being in active national politics in years to come? I say 10, 5, 20 years to come.
Tomorrow belongs to God in accordance to my faith. But if in the next 10 years I should be among the living, I foresee myself being a major contributor to societal growth in whatever capacity destiny brings me to. I am optimistic of growing to become influential in power, in wealth, finance, and everything. However, I am not monopolizing my vision to the area of politics, because politics, it's supposed to be a domain where we come to serve. It should be a place where clarion call comes to us to answer, to give back to humanity and not to take. And if we see it that way, we wouldn't always be desperate about power. So I foresee myself growing to become somebody of value, somebody who would contribute to the development of our society, whatever opportunity destiny calls. But then, being for myself, I intend to be a farmer, explore the field of agriculture, have a sustainable means of income.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Daniel DAZAN. I must say it has been an expository session, and I believe viewers must have gained one or two things from this discussion. It is on this note that we wrap up on the program for this week. See you next time on this same channel, NTA Parliament, as we look forward to your contributions via the social media platforms scrolling on your screen. Once again, I'm Joshua Okuche. Remain blessed.